Welcome to Coastal Talk. Today, we are excited to host Kush Acharya, a true creative multi-hyphenate. Kush's journey defies traditional career paths. He is an actor who starred in films like Garuda Gamana Vrishabha Vahana, an exceptional digital artist, a graphic designer and a video editor, and a dedicated gamer and streamer. He's an alumni of Bachelor of Vocation in Animation and Multimedia program. Kush, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Your journey is so multi-layered. Out of all your interests, acting, design, sports, gaming, which was the first creative discipline that initially hooked you and served as the launch pad for your entire career in the media industry?
So to start with, I never planned that I need to be an actor. So it all started, I was a dancer. I used to give a lot of shows and stuff. So during 6th standard, I was approached for a colored team for a dance. And that's where I met Deepak Rai, JP Tuminadu, those who are famous from now currently, Su from Su. You might have heard a popular movie. So they're all casted in it. They were in Kantara as well. So they were the one who initially I spoke with. And then that interest from nowhere started to give me I need to get into acting. So wherever they were giving shows, I used to go and attend. It's not like I am performing over there, but I used to go and watch. And during 8th or 9th, I was approached for a movie. They spoke to the director and I was approached for it. But my mom was like, no, you need to focus on studies. So that was the whole thing, because if I had agreed for that movie, my 9th would have been gone. So I wouldn't be able to complete 9th. So my mom was kind of worried about that. So I was like, okay, fine. But that one thing which mom made me not to accept, that gave me fire in me that I need to get into films. And during 10th, we won in tournaments like so many competitions in theaters. So that was the one way that people started recognizing, okay, there is one talent inside me who can give it a try for acting. So my mom was like, many people told my mom, let him do the acting, because she was kind of worried because there was no artist from our background. Like in my family, there are no theater artists, there is no film actors or nothing like that. All are goldsmiths, wood carpenters and stuff. So
You're
she was
the first in the family.
yeah, I'm the first in the family. So there is still now, there is that one thing that will I make it or not? But my mom has the confidence for now that I will get a try. So after 10th, I was like, oh, I need to get into movies. So during my 10th, during my PU, I joined Kendra PU College in Bangalore. And thankfully, that college was so open-heartedly supporting me that you have a talent, you need to give it a try. And during September, I got offer for Garuda Gamana Vrishabha Vahana, which was my first movie. We call it GGVV for a easier understanding. In Google also, if you search GGVV, you'll get it. So I was approached for it, and I still was in a dilemma that, wait, did I get offer from Rajbi Shetty? And that too, it was casting Rishabh Shetty. I'm like, wait, it's not happening. So I cross-checked with many people. Is it true? Is it fake or what? Then I was like, confirm that, yeah, this is the movie I need to go. So they gave my audition. Rajbi Shetty was so chill to talk. I was like not even feeling like I was giving for audition for a bigger movie. So it was just a conversation how we are having right now. That's how the audition happened.
Oh, wow.
It's just a conversation. He was telling me the dialogue. I repeated it and we had a conversation of the dialogue. And he said, yeah, you got selected. I was like, wait. Seriously, that was my initial selection for the movie. I was like, huh? Was I? So that's how my journey started. People started after Garuda Gamana coming out, or like even before that, people started recognizing who was in Garuda Gamana. So I started getting different projects, and that's how I started my career in films. And if not, I didn't change my combination from BCom to BVoc animation and multimedia in my college, I wouldn't be in graphic designing and stuff. So I still, if someone asks, which is your best decision you ever taken in your life, quitting BCom and changing my combination.
Wow.
So right now, I'm on a break to do my masters. So I have to do my film, portfolios and stuff. So on even being in a break, I'm kind of earning because of this freelancing stuff. I'm doing graphic designing, video editing, and also I'm doing YouTube. I will get monetized within 2 weeks. So that's the one of the coolest part. 3 months it's been and I already getting monetized is one of the coolest part.
Wow, that's an interesting background.
Thank you.
You actively juggle multiple demanding roles, a career in acting, freelance graphic designing, video editing, and now consistent streaming and gaming. How do you manage your time and energy across these intensely creative and demanding fields?
I believe in survival game. So to be in this life, to be in the competition, you need to be the best. So if like I know I'm good at this, I will wait for this opportunity to come. That's not gonna work. To be honest, I learned it the hard way. But if anyone is following this thing, I'm just letting you know, don't worry about you need to be perfect. You need to be like you need to be having a lot of backgrounds and stuff. Nah, nothing's gonna work. You need to be in everything. You need to give your best at everything. So for example, it might be movie or any job as well. If you go and approach, they look for something unique in you. So when you are multi-talented, when you are into so many stuff, so it obviously gonna drain you a lot.
Yeah.
Like for example, now if you take me, if I have to come to your interview and I have to go and manage my streaming as well. Sometimes you need to take your break and you need to make your audience understand that I have my own personal stuffs happening around. It's gonna help me a lot. So I always be open with my audience, like what I'm planning to do next, it's gonna happen or not. And I genuinely feel YouTube is that one stuff which was kept in my mind that I need to get into YouTube career long back, but I never gave a try. I was like, I should, I need to prepare everything before then I should start. Prepare everything and then I start. But I think that made me understand that doesn't work like that. If I hadn't decided that, okay, this day I should start streaming no matter what, I think I wouldn't gain the subscribers of what I have right now, the audience what I have. I literally have people who change their name to my gaming name is Supernova. So everyone keeps Supernova ka fans and
Wow.
things like that. And sometimes I'm busy with the gaming what I'm doing, and some people join. I usually always whoever join, I always say thank you so much for joining in. Hope you had a great day. Hope this stream makes it better for you. And now whoever joins, they themselves put that in the chat saying that you don't have to say that, we will understand. So audience are very nice. And when it comes to acting, so right now everyone in my even in my family or my audience as well ask how you gonna balance when you get movies like months gap and you won't be there at your mobile location where you need to shoot. So those are the certain things which I need to you know caution about like in the future. But now balancing like some shootings, recently I've been handling so many events and stuff. Had been invited to Bangalore for few events, so I usually keep some videos before prior ready or reels ready, so that even though I'm not streaming, I won't make my audience not to get any content, so I make sure that reels are there so that they can go and check. So my audience are like, they put all their questions or whatever they want to conversate in the comment section itself.
Yeah.
Kind of give me an engagement, but it's like you're giving something in back even though you're not there. They understand it. And I have a Discord community where people engage themselves. They do open mic, they do their own stuffs happening
wow.
around there, so they get connected. There are a lot of people who joined me saying that I don't have anyone to talk. They join Discord, and then they make the friendship over there, and they feel like you are that one sweet person we can approach to talk. And that's going great. And I recently wrapped up with one serial TV show I was working in called Vadu,
Oh.
which was in a Colors Kannada. So it ended up like 2 months back. So I was even balancing right then and there as well, like college, serial, because for it might be like one day shoot. I need to go to Bangalore. I have to finish it. I need to come back to Bangalore. People were like, "Why don't you shift to Bangalore?" I can't do it. So I have to balance this. Even studies matters a lot. My mom wanted a degree, so even I was like, no matter whatever you're qualified. Like for example, I become one of the biggest stars in Kannada. Example, I don't know manifestations. So people will still consider till what studies did you do.
Yeah, that's
Setting an example is always nice to give a good impression. Like even though you did something, you're still doing a great career in your things.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one thing always questions me is like, still people are like, we don't know what we'll do in the future. I always like, no, like it doesn't work like that. You need to have a specific idea. If you go in the flow, it always be like, what you wanna be, you won't become at the end of the day. You wanna earn a lot, then set a goal. You want to become popular, set a goal. Or else it's always like, let me go in the flow, I'll make a money. You will end up working. That's there. But you will end up making someone else rich than you becoming a rich at the end of the day. So it's always being survivability, which made me, I need to balance everything. I need to. Even when I was a table tennis player, I
Oh,
represented Mangalore for past 4 years as a captain for Mangalore University,
that's
and
amazing.
I was also, played for South Zone Nationals. So being in sports, I was coach for four different schools: San Teresa, Agnes, Aloysius, and Mount Carmel. I was going coaching. Still, students recognize me saying that, "Sir, sir, sir, do you remember us?" So, being in sports as well, you need to balance out. The whole reason for me to shift from the place where I usually was, my hometown is Vitla,
Oh,
which is
okay.
Kalladka. So the whole reason for me to shift to Mangalore was to balance stuff. So obviously there are some sacrifices I need to do.
Yeah.
Like I can't go back to my hometown. I can't go back to, meeting my dad regularly because he stays with his parents over there. My mom certainly shifted with me because she doesn't want to let me live alone. So she was like, I will come with you. And her office is in Bangalore as well. So it's
Ah,
kind of
okay.
easy for her too. So we are kind of having living there in Bangalore past 3 years or something.
Oh.
But after shifting, it made a lot of things easier. Or else you
Mm.
imagine you need to get up 5 o'clock or something from your home, like
Yeah.
Vitla, travel 2 hours. That too, you won't get the seat. You need to come standing
Oh
two
no.
hours, and you reach to college. You finish off stuff. Baywalk was like very feasible. Like afternoon classes or it might be morning classes. Then you will be having break or something like that. And thanks to my VC who offered me to go for BWalk because when I was in BCom, you have this certain attendance you need to cover up. Like
Yeah.
you need to have minimum 75 percentage to, but our VC was so open hand. Like he said like you get 60% in your BCom, I will give you
Oh, that's
permission to
so
write it.
sweet.
But even though there was this like case, it was there inside me that what if I miss attendance? So because I was at like 72 percentage or something, and I was offered three movies back to back. So
Oh.
I'm like, now how will I attend classes? How will I do movies? So I went to my VC directly and I told, VC, I don't want to, I want to get the degree, but kind of like, worried that I won't be able to focus on studies. I'm kind of like, because, see, I was introduced to basics maths later on in the second semester. First semester, I was easy to go. I got, I was the third top scorer in the class or something, even though I was balancing stuff. When I came to class like, during basics maths, 1 week I'm sitting in the class. The second week I'm not there in the shooting and I'm coming back. I'm like everything is skyrocketing. It's like Ishan Avasti in the Tare Zameen Par. I was experiencing the same. What is happening? What is happening? So I was like, VC, this is the problem I'm having currently. I don't want to cheat as well. Like making easier stuff. I go even though I had an option to go near my lecturers and ask about it.
Yeah.
You can't go and ask a lecturer explain the whole week a class. What will he
Yeah.
explain?
I
What
know.
she will
Yeah.
explain? So it's like this. So VC was like, you do one thing, you complete your BCom or you can live no matter what and join BWalk Animation and Multimedia, which is the same field which you're currently doing movies and stuff. So I was like, oh, I didn't know about this combination existing. And the fees was also nice. Like, I was paying for BCom 43 or something. For
Mm-mm-mm.
BWalk, it was 20.
Oh wow.
I was like, wait, what? 20? I was like, okay, thank God. This is something I only can cover it up for the
Yeah.
fees. So that was kind of cool. And I left the college. I joined BWalk and there was graphic designing. See, I was into Photoshop, video editing even before I joined PU as well.
Ah.
But it was not like what the whole deal is here.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
understand colors. Our class was so cool. You need to go and sit to watch movies. Even in Nitte, you guys do that. Yeah, movie hours. And it was like a breakdown. And so when I joined BWalk, it was like even though I was having shooting, is to come back, I know what's happening there.
Ah,
I know what
okay.
class is going on, and I had a great score as well, and I met a lot of crazy creative people who are into movies, who do movies and stuff. So that's the whole thing. That's how survivability is all the thing that makes me balance stuff.
Wow. So it's a lot of hustle and sacrifice. Having worked on multiple films, including the major releases like GGVV and Juliet 2. How has your experience been in the Kannada industry so far? And how do you envision your path and goals in cinema 5 years from now?
So, as I had told, I'm planning on my masters.
Yeah.
So, first of all, genuinely, I've been in theaters, but commitments used to be my issue. Like, because I used to balance a lot of stuff. For example, there's the show day after tomorrow, and I have to go to Chennai for tournament. I'm like, what should I do? I should choose one. You can't
Yeah,
choose the
that's
both the row
true.
because I cannot do my theater run to Chennai. Chennai is not nearby, right?
Yeah.
To travel. So there used to be a lot of commitment issue with me, but theater is one thing, drama or acting, something was like always been with me. Even though I don't have any background who is in films or acting, I used to have friends, I used to have far relatives who are in acting fields, and I'm like, okay, I need to learn this, I need to learn that, and it's always like JP 2 minutes, who is currently the director of So From So.
Yeah.
He was the first approach who trained me. Like,
Oh.
the whole scene was I was planning to get into Z Kannada's Drama Juniors. So I wanted to apply for the audition. Then we got to know my age limit is bar the limit what they want. But JP Anna was like, he took me like, as a student. He taught me few stuff. And then I went under Pooja Devaria, who was the acting trainer for Pooja Devaria was the lead in Kate Ondu Shuru Agide, which was Digant's movie, which was like, if you still watch it, it's like a cult classic movie. It is nice.
Okay.
She's a Tamil actress. She is an acting trainer basically. She was an acting trainer for Vijay Sethupathi in Vikram.
Oh, okay.
She's the one who trained Vijay Sethupathi for that movie, and she also trained for him for 88. It was a biopic. I don't know whether it came out or it is, it's drafted out or I don't know. But she was doing that as well, and she has been training for many people. And I went her master course. I learned a lot under her, and I used to do like theaters in our inner circles and stuff. I was in Ekshagana, so those were things which was always keeping me ready for whatever it is. But Garuda Gamana was something that gave me a open in industry. Like, people kind of recognize me, Garuda Gamana, you're from Garuda Gamana, right, at the starting point. Then I got into Juliet 2. Juliet 2 was like my open as a debut. I played a villain in the movie, and that was kind of like, different experience because, playing the main not protagonist, but when it comes to being a villain as well, I think always whatever the leading characters are, for us it is always the protagonist. Matlab, there are importance that we need to give to that character. Even it might be like there are actors who got a break just for coming an appearance and doing one dialogue. They might have got a lot of bigger opportunities. There's a lot of interviews you might have heard about people just coming as a cameo, or they had a small role, and the next movie they had a big shot because of just for that one appearance. So it is always like that. No matter what small role it is, no matter what side actor you're playing or the main itself, you need to be prepared yourself completely. And I think I was not completely ready for Juliet 2 because the role was very, very out of my zone. It was like, you need to get out of your comfort zone because my character was like, sexual abuser basically. And that too, I was 18 years old during my PU, and I had to play a character who was 23 years old. So that whole scenario of a shift, you need to come out of your comfort zone. I'm completely opposite to the Vakra. The character what I play was Vakra. So I'm completely out of that. I'm very soft-hearted. I'm very I'm very comfortable with many people who are talking to me. I'm a kind of introvert, not too much. People say I'm an extrovert, but I think that comes with you being an actor because you need to communicate no matter what. But still, when it comes to general conversation, even for me, it took 3 days to make friends in the college. So that introvert I am, but when it comes to these, like where I need to make a communication, so I have to. That's how it goes. You need to gain some skills to. So that's one thing. I can say I'm an ambivert, not like I shift. Switch is like a switch. You become an introvert, you become an ambivert, extrovert. So the whole thing when it started, like Garuda Gamana, Juliet 2, I did a movie called Non-Veg before Juliet 2, but it is not out yet. Which was supposed to come, but then So From So came, so they had to push the dates.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, producer also look into competitions and stuff.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a that's
yeah.
a whole market stuff, but cool. It will come out very soon. And then I did a project called 192021, which was
Oh,
directed from by Mansoor, who got 2 national award for his previous 2 movies. That was a, like, you know, different experience. You know, you're not working in your coastal industry. You need to go to, you know, even though I worked in Garuda Gamana, which was Kannada industry movie,
yeah, yeah.
that there's a belt. You are working in South, like matlab Bangalore or in Mangalore. This is your own comfort zone. But
Yeah.
when I went to there to work under them, it's kind of like, you know, a different experience. They themselves giving a lot, and I've worked with a lot of star cast,
Oh,
and that was a different experience. And then I did a smashed online project from which I got from the lead of 1921, which was a international project funded from an international this thing. So if you go and still Google smashed online in internet,
yeah.
you will get a website, and there you will get 27 different country and languages.
Oh.
So it is shot in Japan, every other languages with the same script. And I was fortunate enough, I was the leading cast for the project in Kannada.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a great portfolio for me. And then I did Vadu serial. That was an unexpected shot again. I just gave randomly, I filled my portfolio in some website, and they called me saying that the director liked your audition, your photos. They want to cast you. And the first look test, within 30 seconds they liked me. They that too I didn't get to know on the day when they selected me. And when I had a workshop, every actors were there, like big star cast and stuff. And in front of all of them, they told that Lucky was that one. My character was Lucky.
Yeah.
So he was the only one actor. Within 30 seconds, we decided he's the one we want.
Wow.
So that was like good to go. There were breaks in between, like, you know, not focusing on acting, but you need to focus on something else.
Yeah.
The touch in between losing and stuff. I still have a habit of vakra, that tilting the face, because I had to go to a method acting
Yeah,
for that
yeah,
character. So I still have that. Whenever I'm conversating, my head goes like kind of side. So, you know, a few stuffs remain with you, few stuff let you move on. But
Yeah.
unlearning, relearning is always which helped me in the industry. And right now, I want to grow our industry, not just Kannada. You mean I would love to work in any other industry to make that India is also internationally,
Yeah.
you know, it is approachable. Like I always thought, India is something which believes in superstitions, which believes in gods. So why there isn't a good horror movies? Why isn't there a mythology project? So I'm like, you know, I will do my masters. I'll come back to India, give the greatest
Oh.
project world would ever see. So that's the
Wow.
whole goal for me.
Those are big goals.
Yep.
Moving to your streaming persona, Supernova, what was the initial idea or vision you had before starting your YouTube channel, and how has the concept evolved as you've gained subscribers and started uploading videos?
So it all started. Supernova was a gaming name which I kept for a gaming account for a game called Brawl Stars, which is not
yeah,
even the game I'm playing currently in my channel. So Supernova, I have 2 personas in my account, which is Supernova and the other one is Dark Nova. I have that account, and few of my genuine subscribers know about the channel. I have a Dark Nova, but I haven't uploaded anything in that. So Supernova is something like I like space. I like space stuff. So even though I'm not a maniac in space, you show me a photo and ask what is this, I don't know. But I like the photo, the colors, the photos what NASA uploads and stuff. So I've been into, like, you know, I always share stories in my main account. I always, if NASA uploads something really nice, I upload it. So Supernova is something which always attracted me. So I was like, I need to keep my Supernova. So that's the whole thing when I started the channel. And I started I'm into fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, or it might be Shadow Fight. Shadow Fight was my 10th, you know, I want to do it. Like there was a lot of, you know, strong enemies, I need to beat them.
Yeah.
So that's how I started my channel, saying that there was one enemy I didn't defeat. So in this career, I need to beat him. So that's how I started my channel. And from there, I realized that in India, Pokemon, even though there's a lot of fan base in it, there's no Pokemon dedicated creator.
Oh.
So been like, you know, there's a lot of world championship happening around in the whole global.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creators invited from a lot of countries, like 1,000 to hundreds. From India, there is none going. they're not getting invited because they're no dedicated creators. Some don't show their face, some they play without legal, like, Switch is a dedicated device where you need to own to play the licensed games.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
people get it cracked downloaded from, free games
Oh,
from the
yeah.
PC, which is not legally acceptable because obviously, Pokemon
True.
doesn't like it. So Nintendo came to India. They left next year itself because they know that market is not gonna buy Nintendo Switch because we always are jugaad people. Indians are like phone. We have phone. Why would we
Yeah.
pay for the Switch? But still, there are people like even I got it from Dubai. I know a dealer who got it for me Nintendo Switch. So Switch 2 was recently launched. I bought it. My mom was like, you know what? You invest, you buy. She was like, she's always like, who, if you ask someone, wait, Indian mom support to be in a YouTube, to be a gaming and stuff. So my mom is that one, cheerleader for me,
That's
always been like,
wonderful.
do what you like, do what you want to be. So when it comes to film, she has done a lot of sacrifices for me. She has been left her job, like, just for me to do some projects or like, took a holidays. So many stuffs are happening around, but that's how initially it started. Then I got into Pokemon. Then I understood, like, there's a demand for Pokemon I need to focus on. And then I need to be, in India, to get collaboration, you need to play different games. Pokemon, you can't expect you will find a creator. But I got collaboration from a USA creator.
Oh.
I am right now in talk with Australia and a UK creator for the
Wow.
Pokemon collaboration. So it's going around great. But in India, I need to play other games. So
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays are the when I play different games. And it took me 2 months to come till 3 months to come till 500 subscribers, and it took 10 days for me to reach 1000 right now.
Wow, that's
So I'm
amazing.
slightly booming right now. It's going great. So that's how my YouTube is going currently.
Wow, interesting. As a streamer, you successfully manage multiple game genres from challenging runs like Getting Over It to strategy games and various anime or Pokemon games. How do you prepare to stream such diverse titles, and what does this variety teach you about maintaining an engaging connection with your audience?
So it's always been like, I need to play different games. I need to be, when it comes to potentially being a gamer in India, you're always recognized by Free Fire, PUBG, GTA. That's
Yeah.
what all the gamers do currently. And then there are gamers like BBS, Beast Boy Shub and Zaya, who I always used to look after, like, because they play different games. No matter what, they are getting the hype or they're not getting the hype. They're currently known as underrated streamers because they don't get a huge audience, but they have genuine audience who, like, there's no other gamers like Beast Boy. They always comment down there. If there is no streamers in a group meeting, like a podcast or something,
Yeah.
they'll go, why Beast Boy Shub is not there? Why Zaya is not there? So they have a genuine audience. Some others, like, I don't want to say things like, they are not gamers, but, they are like, it's like, they are doing the same contents, same gaming. Gamers are always known for playing different gamings.
Oh, okay,
So not
okay.
dedicated gaming. Yeah, dedicated gaming is there, but that's what I would say. So
Yeah.
for me, I want to try, but I also thought, like, why I will niche down to Pokemon itself. But always there were audience like, why not to try other games? Why not? It's like, okay, Sunday and Saturday I will dedicate it to other games. So
Oh.
that's how I'm doing right now. Monday to Friday, Pokemon
Yeah.
games. Saturday and Sunday I'm playing
All the
different
other
games.
games.
Yep.
Kush, thank you so much for your time
Thank you so
and for sharing such honest insights into your work ethic. Your advice is incredibly valuable to our students. Your journey, which spans the film set, the graphic designs, and the streaming channel, proves that success is truly born from embracing every creative interest. Thank you for joining Coastal Talk.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.